This video will travel from the basic to the advanced concepts of movement on Mirage. Notice we are not going to be talking about pixel jumping, half jumping or jump bugs, just the default movement that gets you somewhere in the upper rankings. So first, let's start with the basics of jumping, which is that a normal jump is around 54 to 57 units, a jump and a duck is around 63 units, and a crouch jump is around 65 to 66 units. Notice now, since we cannot use binds, there is a little bit of variability in your jumping height. For jumping on boxes like this, you'll have to perform the crouch jumping mechanism, and it's very simple and consistent. So the first thing you need to keep in mind is you're always moving into the direction of the object you're trying to climb. So I'll be pressing S if I'm moving backwards and so on. So in this case, we're moving forward, so we're gonna hold the W key. Now, a crouch jump says crouch and then jump. However, you'll soon realize that that's not really possible. What you're really trying to do is press your jump key immediately after crouching. You don't want to do that at the same time, because then you're gonna mess up. So you want to crouch and then immediately jump. There should be very less delay between the crouch and the jump. If you do it together, you mess up. Another thing you should keep in mind, again, don't try to do it together, is that you can use your mouse wheel or your space key. It doesn't really matter, both are really consistent. Now let's move on to the advanced concepts after a word from the sponsor of the video. Do you want to sell your CS skins for real money? Then check out the sponsor of this video, sellyourskins.com. The best place to sell your skins instantly. Sign in with your Steam account, select all the skins that you want to sell, and select any payment method to receive your money instantly. The site offers PayPal, bank transfer, Revolut, crypto, and many other payment methods. You can also get an extra 5% bonus if you enter my promo code COOK. Use the link in the description. Now, a lot of people think this van jump is really hard. And another thing, they think that you need to do it with a knife, whereas you can do it with a pistol and even with a rifle in your hand. And let me tell you, this jump is very, very easy. First thing you need to keep in mind is your resolution. If you're running a 4:3, you want to jump a little bit more closer to the shadow. And if you're on a 16:9 resolution, you're jumping a little bit more further away from the shadow. And you're aiming around this area while you're going there. So just practice jumping. For this jump, I'll recommend using your mouse wheel. So just go into that direction and try to jump off like twice. Another thing you need to keep in mind is after jumping, you're always holding your D key right after your first jump, not even your second. So keep holding your D key right after jumping. So we are going there and we'll be holding our D key no matter what. So jump and start holding your D key. And try to time your second jump. Also remember, we are not pressing W after jumping anytime. And we are always holding D after jumping all the time. These are two key things which will make your jump significantly easier. It's not mandatory to do this way, but it's easy. Next thing, you want to move your mouse to the right quite swiftly. You don't want to do it in a very hurried manner. So you do the same thing, time your jump and look to the right. And by looking to the right, I mean you're looking around till this point. This way you have a much more concrete way of establishing your thing. Now all you need to do is crouch. To do that, and crouch right over here. Now, this jump right now is so easy, you don't need a very specific lineup. The lineup which I have created for you just allows it to make it even more easier. And for doing it with the pistol, you can use the same jumping kind of whatever you have kept in your mind. However, with a rifle, you want to jump very close to the shadow, even if you're on a 16:9. So you want to do that. Now, a lot of people will usually just surf off here, and it's quite easy, but I do not recommend it because it's a little bit slower and you get more exposed to the window rather than your traditional normal jump. And you can also jump like right at the very edge, but this case you'll have to strafe a little bit more further. Now, window to cat and like going into ladder room. Both these jumps suffer from same problem, which is the windowsill thing. So in order to go here or go to the other spot like that, it's going to create a lot of trouble. So one thing which I like to say for the window to ladder thing is you don't need to look here because it adds an extra bit of stress. You can just press A and look a little bit diagonally while you're out and then just come up here. So what I try to do is I get off the window ledge and I just come like this. You can do it straight. There's no point in that, but I have found that doing this way, I'm very less likely to miss it in a very tense situation. Usually I'm just jumping off cat, but like if you want to do it this way, it's your choice. Now the bread and butter, I think a lot of people like this jump so much. There are two ways, by pressing W and without pressing the W key. I prefer the second way because in this way you'll be able to do most of the jumps like that on the cache. Now the main thing which you're trying to do is maximize your running area on this windowsill. So in order to do that, you'll have to run diagonally and you'll be looking around this area while you're doing so. So that will make your jump easy. Now in the starting, you need to get into the windowsill somehow. So what you want to do is you want to jump around this point and then hold your D key and look to the right. Make sure after jumping, you're never pressing your W key. This is true for most jumps. Next thing you want to do is time your jump, like when you're coming off the window ledge. Some things which I find easier to do is that if you're just looking down, like at the ground, it makes it easier for you to jump off and time your jump. Now start holding your D key after jumping. And then you also want to look to the right. And you can see I almost reached there even without crouching. So all you need to do now is crouch and you're gonna be here. By the way, if you're really a very beginner, I have really detailed videos for this jump, which you can find right here. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more such tips.